What would make the lone wolf answer? He walks this precarious tightrope so he cannot be tracked or challenged. Everywhere you turn, there's danger, but you should know there's safety in numbers. I found him wounded and trapped under a tree, bleeding, and his soul was lost. I wish I could show him love and compassion, but he's already gone. Everywhere you turn, there's danger, but you should know there's safety in numbers. How could you do it? How could you possibly work from her? She moved in the day, but it made him insecure. drunk nights, her and I making out. Sand stuck all in my teeth and mouth. Face paint smearing in my hair. I was someone else, but I still care. The liquid looked so good. The needle in my veins to get you from my brain. 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 Thank you guys for tuning in. And as you tune in, I'm going to retune my guitar. You're listening to Marty Kenney on bass. Woo, yeah! You're listening to Jerome Gillespie on drums. You're listening to Arcoiris Sandoval on piano. Here is Tapao on the floor. I'm Alicyn. That last song I just played is called The Liquid, and I have released it today on all streaming platforms. So if you like what you hear, be sure to go and get it. 1, 2, 3, 4. After that night, you said you were
yourself again. You tell me you need my glow. I stayed up late, waiting patient, then you blow me off. Maybe you should get another friend. I can be this person you think I am. Late nights that blow, you're feeling proud, you have that glow. But then you get drained, you feel depressed, and in pain you wear me out. Maybe you should get another friend. I can be this person you think I am. Don't take it out on me, please, baby. Maybe you should get another friend. I can be this person you think I
All right, our special guest is here. This is Cameron Alforque on trumpet. Thank you so much, Culture Lab, for having us. Thank you, Louisa, Michael, and Henry. And this is an arrangement of a Wayne Shorter tune called Deluge.
the storm's coming. Her soul is sound, her body is drowning. She prays, take my soul, but please leave this body. She sighs, heavens come, I hear the Lord crying, oh, crying. She feels the weight, she knows the storm's coming. Her soul is sound, her body is drowning. She prays, take my soul, but please leave this body. She sighs, heavens come, I hear the Lord crying, oh, crying. soul, but please leave this body. She sighs, heavens come, I hear the Lord crying, oh, crying. She feels the rain, she knows the storm's coming. Her soul is sound, her body is drowning. She prays, take my soul, but please leave this body. She sighs, heavens come, I hear the Lord crying, oh,
All right, this next song is for the great George Benson, called Georgie. Thank you. All right, we're going to bring Cameron up one more time for our last song of the night. Here's Tapao on the ground, Arcoiris Sandoval on keys, Nord, Jerome Gillespie on drums, Marty Kenney on bass, Cameron Alforque on trumpet. Thank you so much, everyone at Culture Lab, for having us. This is a great space, and thank you guys for tuning in.
Nobody moved, there's blood on the floor, and I can't find my heart. Where did it go? Did I leave it in the floor? 'Cause please give it back, 'cause it's not yours to take. It must have fell when I lost my mind. Deep in the cut, drowning in your pain. Somebody help, 'cause I can't find my way. Nobody move, nobody move. Somebody tell me how I'm supposed to feel. I'm sitting here knowing this ain't real. Why in the world would I give my heart to you? Just to watch you throw it in the trash. I've been traveling so long, I don't think I can hold on. Where were you when I needed you the most? Now I'm sitting here with the black hole in my chest. A heartless, broken mess. Nobody moves, there's blood on the floor. And I can't find my heart. Where did it go? Did I leave it in the cold? So please give it back, 'cause it's not yours to take. It must have fell when I lost my mind. Deep in the cut, drowning in your pain. Why in the world can't nobody move? Nobody move. Nobody move.
I love it. Hey guys, welcome to Culture Lab.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So could you tell me about your band, the name of your band, who you are? We want to know what's up.
I'm Alicyn Yaffee, and collectively we're the Alicyn Yaffee Quintet today. And this is our first time playing together, the five of us. Arco, Marty, and I play together every week with Alan Harris. And yeah, this is our first time all together.
Okay. Where do you play every week?
We do Harlem After Dark on Alan Harris's Facebook page, so we live stream every Tuesday at 7:30.
Okay, that's important. People should know that so they can hear more of your great music and your beautiful voice.
Oh, thank you.
So where are you from?
I'm from Kelseyville, California. Should I pass it down?
Yeah, we want to know where everyone's from and who they are, your whole government name and all that stuff.
Oh, the government name.
Your government.
My name's Jerome Gillespie.
Oh, damn. Why your voice got deep for that one?
And
He put the bass in it. He's like, listen, I'm on TV and I might be getting some numbers, so let me let me put the Barry White into this.
okay. Wow. My name's Jerome Gillespie Jr., and I am from Houston, Texas.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, howdy.
Howdy do.
I'm Marty Kenney, and I'm from Palmer, Alaska.
Real Eskimo.
Cameron Alforky. I'm from San Diego, California.
Okay, another Californian.
Hi, I'm Arcoiris Sandoval. I'm originally from Tucson, Arizona.
Nice. Oh, look at that. Edjo, you have a friend.
Wow.
You could talk about the heat
Yeah.
and the sand.
There's a lot of heat there, for sure.
Look
Great.
at that. So, you know, Edjo, when you start feeling homesick, you just remember that Arco's from Tucson.
Do you get homesick?
That's great.
Me neither.
well, never mind then.
No. Moved here, never went back.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Well, welcome anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me about, since you have the microphone, Arco, tell me about your musicianship. When did you start playing piano?
My dad plays tenor sax, so he had a really strict regimen where I started pretty much when I was born, and I listened to only McCoy Tyner and John Coltrane and like a lot of jazz growing up, just like a lot, saturated. My whole childhood was just like Prince and Coltrane and
nice.
Bill Evans and Herbie Hancock, like a lot of that music. So when he would tell me stories about seeing John Coltrane in the 60s, I tried to run away to New York because I did not fit in, and that's putting it really mildly, at all in Arizona. And I have some really amazing friends who play music from Tucson, Arizona that moved out here.
So are you saying that we should all take this jazz scene to Tucson and force them to get into it?
No, I'm saying anybody from Tucson, they should be here. There was a lot of really great programs out there, actually. There's the Tucson Jazz Institute. That's where I actually did a lot of studying, playing and performing. But so that's how I got started. My dad started me when I was really young, and I moved out here as soon as I could. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Okay. Who else wants to tell me when and how they got started?
I want to give up this mic.
Yeah. You know what? You pass the mic to who you think should answer this question. That's how we're going to do
How
it.
did that happen? Like, yeah, I guess I started at a young age as well. My pops plays trumpet. So, well, actually, my first instrument was soprano saxophone.
Oh, nice.
But I realized pretty soon after the trumpet was far more superior. So I made
Well,
the switch.
I don't know. Stacy Dillard, you're not listening to this, right?
Except for Stacy. When Stacy plays, then it's a different story. But I've been here for what 3 years now, and I don't plan on leaving. If I do, it's for a couple of days, and then I'll come right back.
Right. New York is the mecca for music.
Oh, most definitely.
And the scene's going to get even better because we've been like caged animals. We're waiting to break out.
We're ready. Next.
Pass the mic.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I got started when I was 4. My mom gave me a violin, and she's like, "Here we go."
Play it.
And I went, no, I can't do it. But then I heard rock and roll in high school, and then I went, okay, maybe. And then she went, oh no, and I went, I think it's gonna happen. And that's how I started.
Beautiful.
Right?
Okay, so my musical influence started in church. I grew up Baptist. My dad's a preacher, godfather, grandfather, uncles. All of them are preachers. So
Nice.
Church was not an option for me. My godmother was a classical pianist, so I began classical piano at 4, and then at the age of 5, I started playing the violin. And then somewhere between 5 and 6, I started playing drums. And
They need a drummer in church.
the funny thing is, I started learning jazz before I started playing in church.
And you can't play that in church, honey. That's the devil music.
Yeah, because I started singing first in church. I was in the choir. I was like somewhere between tenor and alto. So that was my thing. And then once I was like, nah, I'm gonna play drums, I quit all of that. And when you're from Houston and you're a drummer, there's just a lot of weight to that, because there's a lot of drummers from Houston that moved to New York and made big names for themselves throughout all of jazz history. So I began going to the Performing Arts Middle School and the well-known Performing Arts High School that's in Houston, and studied with the same guys as many greats have. And some of them I have retired or they're dead and gone, and I'm like one of the last people to ever study with those guys.
Oh,
so
wow.
so yeah, that's special for me and something I take to heart. And that's how I ended up here.
I
So-
feel like we lost a lot of the greats during this COVID season. Like, we kept on hearing about these famous jazz musicians that were just,
Yeah, and some of them not from COVID, just due to
it was their time.
their time. But it makes me wonder, maybe it could be from heartbreak and just not doing much. I like to think music gives the ancestors, or who we consider like the masters, life.
Right.
And that's what they have to hold on to keep living every day.
Right.
So
That was one of the reasons why the lot even got started, just to make sure that the musicians weren't sitting home in depression of not playing, because it's all about playing for you guys. So we had the open forum for musicians to come here and give us their all, and you guys just went all out. Every performance was amazing.
Yeah.
Now pass the mic.
What was when did we start?
Yeah, how old were you when you started?
I started playing piano when I was 8, and I didn't learn a single thing. I just thought it was the most boring thing in the world. I would just go every week. I had no idea. Sorry, Arco. And then when I was 11,
She's like, because I don't like singing.
So then when I was 11, my parents got me a guitar because I really wanted one, and been playing ever since.
Yeah, you have a beautiful D'Angelico.
Oh, thank you.
Very beautiful.
Got that a few months ago. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, and introduce your other friend. When did she start becoming a...
I got to POW in 2016. She was on Craigslist, and no one wanted her anymore. And to POW, can you say hi?
She's through.
Can you say hi? Can you make a little grunt? She makes like a little snort.
No, she's not gonna do it.
Camera shy. She's so cute. Look at that face. Look
But
at
yeah.
those eyes.
Had her since 2016. She was on Craigslist. My mom got her for me,
Oh,
and she's been the best ever since. Yeah.
she's the best. Okay, so I have a question for you, and it's kind of serious. And it's about where music and these venues are going in 2021, 2022. So, everything was shut down for a year and a half, and things are opening now. And with things opening, I'm hoping for some changes that musicians experienced at these venues. I know things that I have in my head, but what are some things that you're hoping to be different when you're going to these venues?
I hope that the venues are more grateful to have musicians that do. There are great venues, but there are some really terrible ones that don't treat musicians well,
Right.
don't pay musicians well.
Right. Amen.
So I hope that changes. Yeah. Should I
Yeah.
pass it? And
One of the things that we were thinking about, a group of friends, people like myself who aren't actual musicians but deal with musicians, like maybe starting a forum or something with some of these venues to see how we can do better by the musicians, or for the musicians to be able to say, okay, this is where I played and this is what the treatment was, and to openly say that this is what is happening, so people know, you know what, we're not going to play at your venue. Where musicians come together and not unionize, because then you got to pay dues, and someone ain't gonna pay dues, and you know how it is.
maybe like a
But
Yelp review. Is that what you're
something
saying?
where musicians can have a voice and say, hey, this place doesn't treat us right. We're not going to be giving them music unanimously.
Yeah, I agree.
That's something that we all should come together one day and have them forum. Edjo, could we have a forum here with musicians and venues and just speaking about stuff music-wise? Yeah. I think that would be a great idea, since we are kind of like becoming like a mecca over here. Okay, thank you. He's like, yeah, amen, word up. Okay, so guys, as I was saying, what are some things that you guys would like to see changed in going forward in 2021, and as we all find and search for gigs and stuff again?
Well, Alicyn mentioned how the clubs treat musicians. So one of the things that I hope that has changed is more appreciation, like at least for art and fine arts in general. It's been in my experiences, when I play in another country, that other countries just in general like appreciate fine arts way more than Americans do. So I've seen it get better now in recent performances where they're so desperate to hear some live music.
Right.
And I just hope that
They remember
continues
that.
and grows and flourishes in the
Right,
future.
that they remember what happened when the music stopped.
Exactly.
I just hope things get back to the way they were even before we were here. Normalize having a band in a space where maybe nobody's listening. Just have music around. Somewhere where there's a lot of people hanging out, people are going somewhere, the vibe's good, and have some music there.
Right.
I mean, that's, you hear all these stories of the 80s and 90s of all these crazy bands playing here.
Right.
And
The clubs.
I mean, I saw a great Greg Osby interview from the late 90s where he talks about playing for a whole room of people. Maybe 20 people were listening, maybe 10 people were listening, but the music was happening. And
Right.
the scene was there, and why not? Now's a chance to kind of regroup and maybe make New York
Yeah.
kind of cool again. I don't know.
Yeah, the more you guys play, the more exposure children have to music. Right. Whenever people are on that lot, you got to see these babies. They just walk right up to musicians and they're like, they're in awe.
And also pay us.
Definitely pay us. Yeah, that's an interesting thing, especially played a fair bit on the West Coast, and I realized something that coming here, it's like it's different, but at the same time you're always you know, you always got those cats at the clubs. It's like they're really going to be for you or not. And it's never like a, you know, or this or that type of thing. It's always just, okay, well, that guy's an ass, so, well, maybe I'll go work at this place, or you know, maybe I won't come here again. But as long as, you know, we're all here to have a good time. So.
Right.
And at the same time, we want, you know, the audience, everyone else to have a good time, even the people, you know, working in the kitchen. You know, we want everything to go smooth and you know, how it should be. So that's all I want.
Right.
They all said everything. I don't really
What they said.
they said it all. I'm in piano land.
Yeah.
I'm just like perpetually. Yeah, I don't know. It's real. Being a pianist is like, my brain is always just music, music, music. I feel like that's a combination of all of that. I mean, I hope that there's more venues, and I hope that I would like to actually see a normalization of house bands or residencies.
Right.
More Vanguard type situations where a band can actually, like for example, Alicyn's band, you know, this music is still very, very new to us. So it would be really great if we were at like the 5 spot or something, you know, like the equivalent of that for like 2 weeks playing 5 hours a night. It would just be like, bam, you know, locked in.
Well, you know, Culture Lab has a space for musicians. And they do residencies and all that stuff, right, Ed Joe? Okay. So I want to thank you guys.
Thank you.
And I want the audience to know that these guys have a Venmo. And they are struggling. Well, you guys don't look hungry, so I ain't going to say you're hungry. But you guys, you guys are artists, and you know, to keep the arts going, funding is very important. So if you can give them something, if you can put something towards that Venmo, we will be very grateful for it. And before we leave, I just want everyone to know that you released songs today, right? One song she released today, and she's going to tell us about that.
It's called The Liquid. You guys heard it tonight. You can get it on any streaming platform. And the release date of the album is still to be determined. But yeah, go and pick it up.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Thank you very much, and you guys were great.
Thank you
And
guys
I
so
hope
much.
to see you again, and just send us some information so we can get you on that lot.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. The lot.